to win there, but we're going to switch games to Puzzle Fighter. And I'm going to do a run on hard. And if you guys are familiar in the 90s, this is a 90s like Tetris-style puzzle game. And if you guys want to turn down the volume, Puzzle Fighter is notoriously loud. If you go to an arcade, you're going to hear this in the arcade. Similar to hearing Storm in Marvel 2 or hearing Chun-Li spam like a button in Street Fighter 3. This is one of the sounds you'll hear, along with the DDR announcer. So we're going to play hard mode. I'll explain the mechanics of the game. It's similar to Tetris. You go with colors, and I'll let you know when we can start. We'll do a countdown. We will do 3, 2, 1, go. So the goal of the game is you build colors, and then you have these circular power gems that if you attach them to the same color, it will explode. You want to overtop your opponent. And there's a diamond gem that comes every 25. So some of the rules of the game, you have... you don't die unless column 3 is filled. Or column 4 is filled, rather.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So as long as column 4 is not filled, you're fine. And if I'm mega tryharding, then I'm just never building in column 4 because, like, in competitive, that's the only way that you end up dying. So computer gets harder over time. It's 9 rounds. I switched it to best of 1 just to speed up things. And then every 25th piece, we get a diamond, which goes into...
Holy!
Which kills all the colors of that block.
Production, can we turn game audio down a little bit? Or maybe, do I have it my own? Sorry, it's early in the morning.
Yeah, so if you saw, chaining is probably one of the most important things. You would think, like, hey, like, I should build big blocks. Certainly does help, but chaining is where you get most of your damage. And if you see, every time we send pieces over, or the computer sends pieces over to me, it does, you see a damage bar come on top with a number. That's the number of pieces that get sent over. And 78 is a lethal, so there's 13 rows that you can go through.
Got it.
And yeah, so if you see, there's damage that comes in. And this should kill. Alrighty, and we're going to keep going. So, there's a few fun mechanics in this game. So, the funny thing about this game, so in terms of like overpowered characters, if you ever watch tournaments, you're going to jokingly say it's just Ken versus Ken. And it's because Ken is the only character in the game that doesn't, like, if you do damage to your opponent, it doesn't help your opponent. Every other character in the game that sends lines or damage actually helps your opponent a lot. So it's like, it's this weird, like, dynamic where sending pieces actually, if you don't kill them, actually, like, is a bad thing.
Right. What makes Ken different than the other ones?
So if you see, he sends rows, but if you're not building perfectly flat, it's going to scramble the board, and it's going to be hard to play around. So he's the only one that actually really disrupts your opponent. Of course, if you only send one row, you're only sending red, which is not a good thing. But every other character in the game, you just, oops, my control stick messed up there, but that's fine. But every other character is just not good. So the funny thing about this game, it's very, very momentum-based. So as long as you have a decent board, the person that's towards the top is actually winning.
Got it.
So if you send your damage, like you're a Dragon Ball Z character like Krillin, you're sending all your attacks, and then you see Frieza still living, you're kind of screwed because now your opponent has all the weapons that can kill you, and you have nothing to defend with.
Yeah, it does seem like when the combo hits, it fills their board instantly.
Yeah, so there's definitely different mechanics in the game, and I think it's like kind of a skill check. So your goal in the game, like if you ever play this game or pick this up for some reason, and because you like puzzle games, is you want to learn how to build 78 damage as fast as you can so that you have lethal threat, right?
Yeah.
But if you can't do that quickly, then you can't play this game against a person that can. So yeah, that's like one of the biggest things. And then I'll explain something called the diamond glitch, which is really important in competitive and in also speedrunning just in general. But I'll show you guys. So diamond, as you guys saw, like ends up destroying all of one color. You may be thinking, well, that's like really, really OP, right? Well, the penalty is that you only do half the damage.
I see. And you might be ruining your combos, right? If you
Yeah, frequently, like, and that's why you kind of have to play around the diamond coming. But there is something called a diamond glitch that actually gives you full 100% damage, and it's super important to be able to set up, even though it's like, I wouldn't say it's the most complicated. So if you're in a tunnel like this, so you see how the pieces are coming to the side, you just flip it once, and now you do full damage with the diamond.
So wait, is flipping it once what makes it do full damage, or it has to be in a tunnel?
It has to be in a tunnel.
God.
And then the game will think it's a normal piece.
Classic Ken mirror match.
Yeah.
2 brain cells between them, am I right, Street Fighter fans?
Just Shoryukening. But if you just Shoryuken and spend small attacks, you just send red. So that's not a good thing. You want to be saving up your big load.
Right, right.
Alrighty.
Shout out to Griffin Berg for the $50 donation. Loving this whole event. Congratulations, Stans and Tafo. I think y'all are going to be great dads. I would say Tafo's already a great dad, and I'm hoping to follow in his footsteps.
Aw. Yeah, it's definitely, I mean, it's not for everybody. I'm not going to pretend it's easy, but it's definitely been one of the most rewarding things to be a part of and experience. I just love my kid, and he's sweet. He's 20 months old.
Big combo. Oh, my.
I unfortunately I blew it too early, so now my opponent has advantage. So this would normally be a slight run breaker because you want to kill before first diamond usually. So I'm gonna have to try to kill before he gets a red.
Yeah, because he's gonna juice all the reds, and even with half damage from him, well, at least he broke half his reds.
Yeah. So unfortunately, this is gonna be probably a 2-minute round. But if you play all the rounds perfectly, and you get things out before diamond, so this is fine. I'm actually in the lead.
Oh. Okay, you saying this is fine stressed me out, but maybe it is.
No, I'm actually winning now. Because now he's blown his load. I'll just be a little bit run safe here. Yeah, let me just clear this out a bit. I'm fine, it's just not as fast as I would like.
Alright, big diamond.
And this should kill. Whew. So if you do over 30 damage, you get a danger, and if you kill with it, you get the super animation at the very end. So a little bit of a scare, but like again, if you play those situations at the top a lot, you get kind of used to it.
Yeah, it's so interesting that like it is about saving up for lethal and then using it, but if you miscount lethal, then they have the advantage, right? They have a full board, they have plenty of combos set up. A diamond is usually coming, especially against CPU because they play so much slower.
Yeah, they actually play like kind of quite fast. So, but yeah, generally speaking, they do will be at diamond. So I just blew a little bit too early.
Yeah,
and it could be just like I have
happens to the best of us, brother.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen here. So.
Thank you, Life Without Cosette, for the $100 dono. Lud, can you get everyone to sing Happy Birthday to Squeaks today? I think he'd really appreciate it. Neither of them are here. This is Stans and Tafo, buddy. But thank you for the 100.
Thank you for squeaking by.
No.
Hey, you have to get used to dad jokes when you're a dad, right?
I've wanted nothing more than to -2 you.
-2? What does -2 mean? I'm not with the cool kids.
Oh, that just means that it's what you would say to a dad joke. You know what I mean? If +2 was like, ooh, what a scathing critique, what a funny joke. -2 would be like an eye roll.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Germa.
I heard. Have you heard this word called aura?
Called aura?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I would say that your crew neck has aura. Like you showing up and doing Tetris in that is aura farming.
Aura farming? Okay.
Yeah. You're farming aura right now.
Good to know. Alright, so the concept of chaining is if you were to break a piece, you just flip one. And now, if the greens break, you have some sequence set up. So a lot of people who kind of struggle with how do I build chains? I don't quite understand it. Just sandwiching colors and then putting something in between. Like, that's the easiest way I can explain
Right.
chaining. And then over time, you just build larger and larger contraptions. Unfortunately, that was a slight miscalculation, but that's fine.
You know, you still got there, right? Oh, wait, maybe not?
That's
Yeah. Oh.
All right, there we go. All right, so now we're at the final boss. So, is it
Who is
Dan?
it? Is it Bison? Oh, it's Dan? Classic Dan.
Yep. No, just kidding. Akuma.
Oh! Wait, that was actually so sick.
Yeah. I could go for an all here clear here, but it just sends 2 rows of useless damage that help my opponent. So, the one way like you can kind of determine, like, so if somebody goes like, you know, when they go like, I'm really good at Smash, and you play them, you're like, they're not that great.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they first attack me within like the first like 3 blocks, I'm like,
Then you know they don't know the meta. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what's going on.
Classic.
And then I start playing tricks. Like, I'll start playing as Dan. I might play one-handed. I might play with just one pinky, just so even the playing field. But yeah, that's like the magic secret.
God, it's so interesting compared to, like you said, 40 line clears earlier or Tetris 99. Like, building up a huge combo and then just letting it rip is very cool.
Yeah. I win here. GG's.
Oh my god, he called his shot. Beautiful. Is that time? Or when does time count?
That's
time. Stop the clock! Stop the count! Stay in line. That was cool.
Yeah. I had a really great time. I know this was a little quick. Again...
That's the point, buddy. It's speedruns. You're great. Yeah.
Totally. Thank you, Stance, for being here. Thank you, Ludwig, for inviting me. Couldn't get the W in Battle Royale, but hopefully you guys got some great dad and puzzle game advice. And yeah, looking forward to the rest of the stream and hope we hit our donation.